I came in with the saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with the saw. Bitch, I play red raw. Yeah, bitch, I play red raw. Yeah, I came in with the saw.
All right, we're gonna map out this chest day real quick. We're gonna start with the barbell bench, incline, decline, neutral, whatever. Move into regular, just flat. And then we'll touch on decline. Then we're gonna head over to the dumbbells, show you how to work your chest with those. Then we're gonna head over to the machines, work our chest with the machines. Then get the cables, do some bodyweight stuff. And by that point, your chest will have grown. Let's do it.
Welcome back to How to Get Jacked at Planet Fitness. Today I'm going to show you how to build some chest. Let's get into it. I'm not always the biggest fan of barbell benching, but at Planet with a Smith, it's always nice. Definitely rip a warm-up set before going at all heavy. Too far back. Now, typically, I like to bounce it off my chest so I can really just keep going and get that oomph, but I'm talking to you guys through an expensive mic strapped to my pec, so not gonna do that here. Maybe I will. Risky though. Yeah, just make sure your hands are equally spaced and just really let her rip. Smith machine's nice because you have a safety net to go to failure. Once you're warm, you go crazy. Taking you guys off for this one. Of course, do whatever feels good for you. Incline's obviously great, but flat is good too. It'll incorporate kind of your whole chest versus just that top shelf, which you want it all. So let's rip some flat here. Again, it's really important the bench is in a spot where it's cozy for you to just be stanced and pressing. For the bench specifically, you want to be really cozy so you can crank, not have to worry about your position. I'd say flat's easier. When it's on an incline, you really have to get a good pitch and also like a good positioning to where you're not, going lower than your chest or slamming on your Adam's apple, but flat's a bit easier. Let's run it. And I'm not gonna let the bar touch my chest because my mic is on there. Here, I'll just take the mic off so you can see. Normally I'd bounce it off my chest like this. So yeah, definitely want to do flat and incline. Okay, one thing that a lot of people neglect, it's really important that you don't neglect, is your lower chest, that under boob. You really want that to be built out as well, or else it's gonna be saggy down there, like that nipple area. You want that to be tight as well, or else, your tits are gonna look floppy. You don't want that. There's a couple ways to hit lower chest. My favorite, we're gonna get into when we get over to the cables, but what I used to do, decline bench, which, fair warning, if you do this, you may get clowned, but if you set it up right, it can feel great. So I'm gonna show you how to do it and experiment with it, but be warned, it is goofy. Not bad though. Get this out of the way. Get your decline machine in the mix. This one's definitely the hardest to set up. This one will definitely take a couple tries to get it set up right. Unless you've done it a lot. See, like too far back here. No, this will probably be too far forward. Actually, this is perfect. That's basically it. I'm not doing any more decline demo. I don't like it. So that's basically it for the barbell. Logo check. You got incline, flat, and decline. They're all great. I don't usually do barbell that much. I like dumbbells because you get a way deeper stretch. So we're gonna move into that now. Just imagine whichever way you're pushing, there's like a line connected to your hand going towards your tot, and like wherever that's hitting your boob, that's what's growing. So like if you're doing an incline press, you're getting that top chest. Doing a decline, you're hitting that bottom chest. Flat is kind of just everything. Flat's good. It's more for strength, but it's obviously gonna build muscle too. But yeah, anyway, barbell, I don't do it that much because you have to stop, or dumbbells, you get that crazy stretch. So the dumbbells at Planet Fitness only go to 75, which is a shame because usually I'm doing hundreds when I dumbbell press. Flex, but you can still do more reps and get good with those. And I'm going to show you a naughty superset that absolutely destroys your knockers with the dumbbells, and you don't need a lot of weight for that necessarily. So let's get into that. Okie dokie. I'm going to show you, if you're ever working with heavier dumbbells, what you want to do is get them on your knees and then kick your knees back and throw them. So I'm going to demo that just so you know how to do that. Once you start working up to a spot where you can press them, but it's hard to load them, you're going to want this tip. So get them on your knees like this, and then and you just press. And like I said, the reason I like this so much is because you can get a deeper stretch with the barbells. You can go past your chest like this. Another pro tip, anytime you're doing anything with the dumbbells, it doesn't just apply to chest, everything. You know, curls, shoulder press, anything. Grab 2 sets and just drop set everything. Once you fail with the heavier weight, instead of just being done with that set, pick up lighter weight and keep going. This isn't necessarily great for strength, but for muscle building, hypertrophy, it's unbelievable. It just allows you to go past failure. It's so good. Alrighty, I'm gonna show you a superset that has contributed to the majority of my chest gains. Basically, it's what I just did. It's the typical, the press, and then once you're done with the press, you drop the heavier weight. With the lighter weight, you move into a fly. So it's like a drop set and a superset. I'm gonna show you, if you do this to failure, your chest is gonna grow. There's just no way around it. I'm gonna show you on the incline. You can also do this on the flat or the decline. I've never seen anyone decline bench with dumbbells, but I'm sure it's a thing. But like I said, you'll get clowned. But who cares? I mean, who cares? Anyway, watch the superset. Are you pressing? Go to failure. I didn't fail because it's a demo, but you want that to go to failure. And then pick up the lighter weight and you fly. And flying is harder than pressing. You can't do as much weight with a fly than a press. So if you want to be super crazy, you fly to failure. Once you can't fly again, you start pressing with that lighter weight. If you do that, it's unbelievable. A fly is pretty much like you're just giving a hug. Super good stretch, and you don't need superset to fly. Fly could be your whole set. I don't do it as much with the dumbbells anymore, but when we get into the cables, I'll show you. It's amazing. The decline cable fly is my favorite, but we'll get into that later. Yeah, just show you what a fly is real quick. Pretty much you just grab the weight, bring it out like this, and hug. Probably should have showed you that before the superset, but that's okay. You guys are smart, you get it. So you bring it up like you're gonna press, but instead of just coming down with it, you tilt your palms like you're gonna clap, and you go wide. And you can even get a little cheaty with this form. Your arms do not have to be straight. You can do a mix of a press and a fly. So you can go like this. A lot of times this is what my superset looks like. Just any way to make your chest burn is good. So like fly, press, a little bit in the middle. I know it sounds crazy, and maybe someone will come up to you and be like, are you flying or pressing? What are you even doing? Just tell them you're hitting chest, because it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're not getting hurt or putting yourself at risk, form for building muscle is so subjective. Like, you just need to feel the burn and then eat protein. That's pretty much it. Yeah, this isn't a strength course, by the way. This is for bodybuilding. This is how to build chest, not bench 400 pounds. I need help with that. But yeah, this is good. Also, I've been doing it all on incline. I could show you what it looks like on flat real quick. Same thing, but incline's really just peak for muscle growth, but just rip it on flat. Why not? Sick. You guys give me from the back. Show you the bench and the fly and the superset. You're gonna be able to do more on flat, but incline really cranks on your chest. And that top shelf for the chest is important. That's what makes you fill out shirts and all that. And actually, from the back, you'll really be able to see why I favor dumbbells, because you can just go so much deeper. Like with a barbell, you'd be stopped here. Dumbbells, you can get deep. And that stretch is good. So for the superset, you do this so you can't anymore. Drop them, no break, pick up the lighter guys, and fly. And remember, the fly is like this, where you're bringing them out and hugging, and do whatever's comfortable. If you want to try to keep your arms straight, it's an option. I have a little bit of bend in them, like this. You could totally cheat and do this, which is almost more of a press, but still kind of technically a fly. Whoosh. And then if you want to get crazy, after the fly, start pressing again, because pressing's easier. Planet does have a couple solid machines for chest. This one's a new favorite of mine. It's a simple press. I like these handles. You want to get this C positioned to where you're just cranking your chest. Too low and it starts to feel a bit shouldery, and too high, you can't really get that upward push. This one you're kind of like just pushing and squeezing. Also, this is pin loaded, so like the dumbbells and unlike the barbell, when it's pin loaded, you can also do a drop set, and I always do that when I'm on a pin machine. So I'll go heavy, go to failure, maybe like 5 to 8 reps with the heavy, and I'll say 4 to 8 reps even. You can go really low with your first, and then instead of stopping on that fail, cut the weight by half, or maybe by 25% or by 75%. And then go again, no break. Again, that isn't ideal for strength, but if you're trying to build muscle, that idea of just cranking to fail and just constant going to failure is just shredding your muscle fibers and allowing them to grow back bigger. So definitely anytime you have the opportunity to drop set, take that and just go to fail. So I'm gonna show you. And really, like I said, form is subjective. Sometimes I do those little reps like I was doing. Sometimes I'll go deep like this. Oops. You go to fail, drop it to 50, and then no rest, go again. Pretty straightforward. You just press, really make your chest feel good. This machine's straightforward. Machines are nice because there's really no guesswork. You just hop on them and do what it seems like you're supposed to do. With the barbell and the dumbbells, it can be a little weird because you're kind of like more free. But machines, so good for beginners and advanced lifters because they really just control exactly what needs to be done. You just, boom. Okay. So this is a fly machine, like we did over by the dumbbells, that hug thing. This is so good because flies with the dumbbells can be scary. They're free to kind of take you back. Like if you fail, you'd have to drop them or your shoulders get cranked. This, it has settings here. If you fail, it stops, doesn't go past that, which is really nice. I like to set it in the negative so that I can really get a good stretch and I'm comfortable getting out of a bad situation if I need to. But to start, if you're going a little heavy, set it, give yourself a safety net so you don't crank your shoulder in a weird way. But once again, most of these machines, the weight is controlled by a pin and a stack. So as always, drop set, start heavy and then go light. You go to failure, decrease the weight, no break, go. Always remember, adjust your height appropriately. Your hands, wherever they are, connect them to your chest. That's what's getting hit. Yeah, feels better here. And with machines, there's really like zero risk in going heavy. Try to go heavy. Of course, with the fly machine, be careful. With the pressing machines, there's really no risk. But with the fly machine, if you don't have your safety net set up, you could tweak your stuff a little bit. Wouldn't be serious, but we're gonna try to max this thing out. I don't know, 2 a.m., let's see. Good example of hitting failure. Lower it. You can see I'm not even going all the way back because I don't feel like I need to right now. Those cheat reps that you just saw me do at the end there, another amazing thing. It's all about feel. If you can get an extra 10 reps out, if they're not perfect reps, absolutely do it. And if someone clowns you, you just flex on them and say, but I'm bigger than you. Anyway, next machine. Okay, forgot my headphones, but we got Rage Against the Machine on, so that's good. You can also see there's a cinematic fan blowing behind me. Maybe a tutorial, but we're slow about the cinema. This is the last chest machine we're gonna go over, and probably my favorite one here. It's the most simple one. I used to not like this, but if you can get this one right, it's absolutely amazing. So it's just a press, simple as can be. There's a couple important things you need to do. Firstly, you need to bring this part really forward. This backrest comes forward so that you can really get a good stretch here. But if it's too far back and you're pressing, it's only gonna come like halfway back. And the other thing is bring this seat up. Bring it up, you can really just press. If you bring it too low, you get into this weird position where you're like reaching up and it sucks. Like this, that sucks. But you bring this all the way up and this all the way forward, you get in this position to where you can just go ape like the other two machines. There's a pin, so we're gonna drop set. Cannot stress that enough. Like if you just do one weight and stop, just missing out on free gains. You could always be doing more. You could drop set like 4 times, but that's ridiculous. And I don't know what the returns look like on that, but like one solid drop set versus none felt worth it. Also, look at that fan spinning up there. It's so smooth and beautiful. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is great. Drop set. The reps got cheaty at the end there because I wanted to get them in. Whatever's gonna get you to do the most, what you gotta do to burn your chest out the most. Like if you think you could have done 5 more real reps or 15 more cheat reps, it's kinda between you and yourself as to which would have made your chest get more burned. You gotta make that decision. I love cheat reps because I could do like 20 cheat reps per 5 normal reps, and those 20, they're just crankers. So yeah, that's pretty much the chest machines at Planet. We're gonna head over to the cables because cables are where the majority of my lower chest gets blasted with that decline cable fly. So let's roll. With the cables, there's one thing you can do and it's so good, and it's cable fly. Fly, same thing we demoed on the machine and with the dumbbells. It's that hug motion. It's just the best with the cables. I'll show you why. You can do this at a decline, incline, or neutral, but decline is just the best. Yeah, this here is so good for your lower chest. Also, when you can't fly anymore, start pressing. Turn it into a press and it's good. But yeah, that decline is the best. I'll show you neutral and incline, but those are a bit weird. This is neutral, just normal. I like this on the dumbbells or the machine better. But yeah, the reason we're over here is for that decline I just demoed, because you can't get that anywhere else. It's so good. Also with this, you definitely really want to stance up. You want one foot in front, one in back. So you're just solid, getting pulled on. And the incline sucks. I think you get a way better stretch on the incline dumbbell bench or fly, but I'll show you just for fun. I do this sometimes. Bring it all the way down. And then you kind of just push up. This one, my form's not as good. I do more of a push. Which is fine, but that decline fly is the one that I was really trying to stress, because there's not too many things for lower chest, but that decline fly is so good because it just allows you to push, push. Where the other ones you can do with the dumbbells, right? But the decline, there's really no substitute for that. So definitely, if you can get on the cables, it is hard to do because they're always taken, and especially 2 of them, it's extra hard. But if you can get on there, decline cable fly, so good. Now we're gonna move into a couple body weight movements. Okay, dips are super good for tricep and chest, which is why kind of more of like a push day mechanic, but it definitely hits your lower chest in the same way that those decline cable flies do, which is just so good. Just find anywhere with 2 bars that you can push yourself up on, then you hop up and you just crank them out. Super simple. So I'm floating right now. Say if you can do more than 15 with your body weight, start adding weight. Highly recommend, definitely rib dip, especially if the decline cable fly is taken, because it's gonna hit that lower chest we talked about. Okay, last thing on the agenda will be push-ups. Every push day or chest day that I do ends in 100 push-ups. So what you need to realize about dips and push-ups is, yeah, there's no weight involved, but there's something about body weight exercises that are like so good. Like they're so hard, they make weird veins pop out that the weights don't, because you're using like stabilizers and different muscles. Like it's just a different game. And I highly recommend not neglecting these body weight exercises, because not only do they build muscle in a different way, but they also just help you move better, like throughout your day to day. They make you bigger and they let you just like have more motion walking through the day. Like if you're able to do 20 dips versus 0 dips, you're just gonna be like a more mobile guy or gal. So definitely do the dips and the push-ups. Don't skimp out on those. I'm not gonna do the outro here. I'm gonna throw it back to BWRLD HQ, because if anything was missed or needs to be retouched on, editor Brooks has got it. Yeah, take it away.
Ha! Bro really dropped his phone. Let's get in focus here. Woo! Okay. So, whoa. Hello. That basically sums up how to hit chest at Planet Fitness. Started with the barbell, rip incline, flat, decline if you want, but you got the cables for the decline fly if needed. And then dumbbells, dumbbell press, flies, all the good stuff. I will say, I want to reiterate, that superset where you do dumbbell, bench, drop the heavy stuff, start flying, could stop it there if you really worked yourself. But if after the fly you start pressing, it's unbelievable. Go to failure, absolutely. Machines, very straightforward. I always like to drop set them. You don't have to drop set them. I know I was super adamant about that while recording, and still am, but there's controversy around drop sets. A lot of people say, why didn't you just do more regular reps or more with that weight? I mean, my response to that is I couldn't. But I could do more with the drop set. But do what feels best. I'm giving you the tools to make your own routine. Machines are great though. And then, fly over to the cables. That decline cable fly is beyond peak for your lower chest. Neutral's fine. Incline, just incline bench. It's just better, but And then the body weight stuff, I will say, don't skip it. A lot of people just fall in love, and I was like this for a long time, speaking from experience here, just fall in love with the weights. And they don't do the push-ups and the dips. Definitely don't need them, but they're just so good. It's like from a health/longevity standpoint, they're amazing, but they also do make you grow. They're just, like I said, they make it so you can move around better. And honestly, I end with 100 push-ups every chest or push day. The pump at the end of those push-ups is so good. You have a good chest day if on that last, I do 4 sets of 25. If on the last 10, you almost fail, you can't do them. It's just you're You're going to be sore tomorrow. It's a great thing. So yeah, thanks so much for coming along. Planet Fitness is great. Planet Fitness gets so much hate, and a lot of it is justified, but you can absolutely get a lot done at a Planet Fitness. If I was only allowed to lift at Planet Fitness for the rest of my life, I would absolutely make progress. Like, there's no excuse. Yes, it's kind of goofy, and yes, there are better gyms with better equipment, heavier free weights, all that stuff. But Planet Fitness, so cheap, so good. You can do everything you need there. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you soon.